How y'all doing today? It is Thursday, and I kind of want to go over what happened today. I did not take a trade today, and looking back, this is just like something in my journey that I need to straighten up on. I need to sharpen up on this. I literally stepped away from the charts. I didn't want to take anything because of where we were at, but we ended up having amazing action. We ended up having good possible trades. We're gonna go over the possible trades that could have occurred today and everything that I saw today. First, we're gonna go over this market maker sell model on ES, and this looks very clean. But the reason why I was so hesitant to take this is because if we just look at NQ where we're at right here, like I'm fully expecting us to come and take this high. I'm fully expecting us to come and take this high. We never did. We had like some two great models today, but I didn't take anything. I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't confident with anything, so I literally just didn't take anything. And part of the reason I didn't take anything here is because I actually stepped away from the charts. I went and studied, but these are the days when, like, I'm not worried. I don't care that I missed anything because we're really consolidating here, but that's also when opportunity will arise is when we're consolidating. So I can't just sit here and say, yeah, we just consolidated today, so I'm not really going to look to take anything. No, that's not the right attitude to have because my edge came out very strong today. Like this would have been a fantastic day if I would have traded, if I would have took advantage of this, but I just did not, and that's something I need to do better at. Is just because like I'm not really liking anything, or just because it's not like amazing conditions, bro. Like I have to realize that every leg in here, although it's kind of slow, every leg in here is telling me something. Like all of this is just telling us a story. Just because I get out here doesn't mean that we're not gonna do anything. And I was just kind of faked out because I really thought that ES was just so close to this high that we would have come up and taken it. Yo, what's good, y'all? But anyways, we're gonna go over this. This was actually the second model that you could have taken today, but this ended up playing out very well. So we have an SMT at the highs, and the reason why I don't love anything here is, like, although here, let me clear this for a second. Although yeah, it does kind of make sense. Like everything in the charts is hindsight. So literally, if anyone ever tells you like, "Oh, you're stupid for not doing that," or you're stupid for not taking that, bro, like yeah, we both see how the chart played out. Yeah, it's obvious now. Like that's not our job. Our job is not to just look at every single opportunity and be like, "Oh man, you should have taken that." No, that's not how we should be approaching this. What up, bro? Love what you're doing. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But yeah, just because this did end up playing out, and just because this was cleaner action, does not mean that like looking at this, we're like, oh man, I should have been in this. Oh man, because like these are times when we learn. I'm about to turn 19 actually. My birthday's coming up. My birthday's coming up. But okay, the reason why I kind of would like to see a retracement back into equilibrium, at least within this price leg, and I think that's what we're probably going to get. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a retracement back in equilibrium, but like playing something up here just doesn't seem right. Like we're on all-time highs. We don't I know that there probably are going to be better days, but action ended up being out pretty well. Action ended up being pretty clear in my opinion, and it just got to a point when I walked away here, and this looks very nice. So if I draw a standard deviation, like standard deviation lines up perfectly. Lines up perfectly. Standard deviation is pretty much the last leg up before we have the down move. Wait, this was a lot better. Where did I have it? No, is that right? I had it. I had it. It was like perfect, like 2 minutes ago. Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. That's good enough. But you guys get the idea. So I have standard deviation, and I should really be looking at this. So in real time, like as I'm looking at this chart, what I'm looking at is that ES took buy side and NQ did not. And NQ now has this stacked liquidity up here, and I want NQ to now come up back in these highs. Like we come like a tick away from taking this high, or a tick away from this high, and we just never do on NQ, and we don't have to because ES took it. So once I see that ES took the high, I should no longer be like, hey man, yeah, we're gonna come back into highs. So once ES takes this, I know that we don't have to come and take this high. But in the moment, I was thinking that, hey, yeah, we're gonna come back and take this high, and that's really what messed me up. That's really what tripped me up. I kind of got off the charts around here, and this could have ended up being a good opportunity, but I never took anything. I never really looked at it. So standard deviation lines up perfectly here. We have our 2.5. -2 to 2.5 lines up perfectly with the sell side level. That's what you like to see. And also -4 lines up directly with the equal lows. That is what you want to see. So after we take buy side, this kind of is a slow choppier move on the 5 minute, but we end up making a 5 minute imbalance. That's your first sign. We end up displacing lower, come back into that imbalance. This is when you can take your first entry. We have a clear draw on liquidity here, here, and then the external time frame, we know we're going to head here at some point, and we have clear liquidity here, and we come back up, we take in, we get displacement lower, rejection of the 5 minute imbalance, take it right here. That would have been a great trade. And also here, this could have been your turtle soup, taking internal liquidity. That ended up playing up nice. And then we get another entry, we get another turtle soup entry, we come back up, take liquidity here. We have an SMT here, and the reason why I wouldn't really be looking for a short here, but since we have the SMT, that gives me confirmation that we actually do want to head towards these lows. So that SMT gives you the conviction and confidence to take this short to these equal lows. But if I just saw this and I didn't see the SMT, that would give me less confidence. But yeah, that ended up playing out very nicely. This was a market maker sell model. We had sell side of the curve here. I did not take any trades today. I think that I'm just at a point to where I just get too scared. I get too scared to take a trade, and I'm like thinking that it has to be perfect conditions and perfect, like it has to be perfect. And that's something that I need to get better at, because like there's great opportunity within here. And part of it is just me, like we're generating sell side liquidity here, but I'm looking at this like, hey, NQ is going to run up to this high as well, but we don't necessarily have to. So that was that. So the reason why I'm not like confident with this is just because we're in all-time highs. Like I'm not trying to ruin my conviction when we're on all-time highs. Yeah, if you do lose, yeah, that is true. That is true. But yeah, these end up being pretty clear. I wasn't even on the charts at this point. I kind of just went on with my day. I went to the gym. But yeah, so that was the first kind of entry, or that was a model, and then this was actually a very clean model. And the reason why I should have taken this in live, but the reason why I didn't take it is because I wasn't even looking at the 15 minute. I wasn't looking to see that we were bouncing off a 15-minute PD array. I think this actually ended up being OT of this range. If I draw on the fib. Other way. I do that all the time. This ends up being OT of the range. From this high to this low, optimal trade entry, perfectly. And I think that it just came to a lack of me like paying attention today. I was not locked in today. I was not. And that's something that I definitely need to get better at. And I actually was looking at this trade in real time, but I just didn't have confidence in it because I didn't see what actually was happening. I didn't have any context. But this would have been a good trade here. We have all this generated buy side here. Your stop can be at this low. Again, this is like a 1.3 risk reward. I don't care. I will still take 1.3 risk rewards any day of the week, just because my focus is like what I'm confident in. And the fact that we have this BPR, I was watching a video on BPR actually today. A BPR is balanced price range. It's when we have two fair value gaps overlapping. So we're trapping these traders in here. This little area is when we're trapping in traders. Notice how we have a sharp move down, and then we immediately have, or we have like two candles here, and then we immediately reverse that move, telling us that we definitely want to go back to the buy side. And the fact that we have this high all the way up here, we also have this high here, That should give you enough confidence that we're gonna run higher. So this ended up being a very good market maker buy model as well, and that ended up playing out. And this is kind of when I stopped looking at the charts. I really wanted to see NQ take that high. I was looking at this like, oh, this could be a soup back up to this high. But in reality, since ES took the draw already, NQ does not have to take it. NQ does not have to take this high since ES already took it. Since ES already took it, we don't have to come to that, back to that high. And that's where I got caught up today. I was way too stuck in my ways, and I was just it wasn't the best trading day because I'm looking at this. I'm looking that we're in all-time highs. This isn't bad. This is just me just trying to protect myself. But looking at this action, this is just market maker buy model and market maker sell model screaming at you. We even had it one pre-market. We had like 3 market maker buy models today. Or yeah, we had one pre-market here. We had one here. And then we had the sell side of the curve pan out here. So we have a market maker buy model in an already existing market maker buy model, and then we have a sell model. Like, literally looked good, and I did make some costly mistakes today. Not being locked in, looking at the damn data in front of you. Look at the data in front of you. What else did I mess up on? Being ignorant. What to work on? What do I definitely need to work on? Not being too scared. I'm definitely at a point to when like I want to be right. I want to be right. Fear of taking a trade. Yeah, that's definitely true, but I just get paralyzed. I just get like paralyzed and I stop. I stop. Work on emotion. Yeah, I guess that's true. I think I care a little bit too much to when it's like it's not a bad. It's not. I don't think it's bad. I would rather not want to take a trade than try to take everything, because it's a point to when like I'd rather have this problem than have like revenge trading and trying to take literally everything. I'd rather have this emotion to when I'm scared, because the part of the reason why I don't take everything, or I don't take things that could work out, is because I'm just not that confident. I'm just not that confident. I haven't seen it happen times and time again. Like I'm generally new. So if I'm able to sit here on the sidelines for all this, while this happens, and now I get to see it. Now I see it, bro. Now I see it. If you guys look at my Discord, I would recommend you all joining my Discord. But if y'all look at my Discord, I started this chart annotations. And every single day I will be annotating charts, and I will be describing what's happening here. So just me seeing this happen over and over again, me journaling this, and me putting this in the chart annotations, will make everything click. Will make everything click. And like I would much rather be scared to take a trade, because that stems just from me not having enough confidence. And I'd rather be scared than jump the gun on everything. Than try to jump the gun on everything. And try to dig in too deep to what things actually are. Because, yeah, I could be scared now. Yeah, I might be scared. Yeah, I might be looking at the chart and be like, man, I really don't want to trade today. I don't want to lose any conviction. I don't want to, like, that's just me not being confident. And if I show up, if I keep on getting better, if I keep on improving, and I keep on seeing where I could have potentially taken a trade today, and seeing the mistakes that I did make in real time, then I'm only going to get more confident. But where I went wrong today is looking at this, I'm like, yeah, we're in all-time highs. We have this high right here. So I was expecting this to be the draw. but I just didn't have confidence in it. Because I'm like, yo, we have these equal lows down here. We have these equal lows down here. This is immediately what I looked at today. Immediately what I looked at this morning is that we have these equal lows down here. And I'm looking to like have any reason to short this when we're just not ready. A lot of the time when we have a draw on liquidity, I think that we're ready and we're not. We have another leg up. We have another reason to go up and then make the sell. So I think I'm just like, so I'm confident in what the draw on liquidity is. Yes, the draw are these relative equal lows. But what needs to happen first in order for us to head towards those lows? We need to generate buy side. We need to have this buy side of the curve, take buyers out of the market to then sell. And what can I say? What can I say for that as a mistake? Is noticing the draw. I'm gonna make a video on this after this. I'm gonna make a video. I'm saying like I noticed the draw, but a lot of the times we're too early. So I'm looking at information to support that we're going ahead to these lows, but we're just not ready. When is market open here? I'm looking to have any reason to go short. I did look. I was looking at a short, and I didn't take it. But here was another trade that I was looking at. I actually am going to annotate this. Have you read The Secret? I have not. Is that a book? Well, if you said have you read it, I'm guessing it's a book. Or, I don't know, it could be like a PDF or something. Okay. I was looking at this. We swept internal. We had displacement lower. Once we ran this imbalance, I was expecting us to head to this. We were in this order block in imbalance. I was actually looking at this. Notice the bodies of the candle. It's a book about manifestation. I've not. I might look into it though. But yeah, look at that. Look how well we respect this order block. Price action was decent today. But the reason why I'm not going to look into take this trade, like although yes it did play out, there's no like context behind it. There's no context behind it. All right. Let's kind of go into what else. Rules. My bias going today. I was expecting some form of retracement. I want to see these equal lows get met, but I was just way too early. I'll definitely look at it. I honestly don't really have much else. Besides the mistakes that I made today, let's look at the mistakes I'm making. Let's look at these mistakes. Are they similar? Too zoomed in, too focused on bias and not observing data. I made that mistake. I wasn't observing data today. Only looking at information to support my bias. I was also kind of doing that a little bit too much. I need to work on this. Analyzing 15-minute time frames, bro. This 15-minute time frame would have saved my ass today. Would have gave me a good trade today. But I need to be looking at the 15-minute more. I need to be looking at the 15-minute a lot more. And oh yeah. Okay. I'm kind of gonna go over my bias going into tomorrow. All right. So we have now come to a point to where we have taken all-time highs. And on the hourly now, we are getting some form of displacement here. Not displacement, but we're creating fair value gaps to the downside. So that is nice. That is good to see. Here, let me delete all of this. We're now creating some sort of speed lower. Again, I'm not expecting us to all of a sudden sell off, but I am looking for us to retrace at least an equilibrium and to hunt these imbalances. Because why does markets move? Hunt liquidity, rebalance to equilibrium, rebalance to imbalances. And imbalances and equilibrium line up here. I would expect to see us the draw to be lower heading into tomorrow. It all depends on how we open. Are we going to respect these in the overnight session? Are we going to respect these in the overnight session? We have two fair value gaps. Are we going to respect them in the overnight session? That is going to be my main bias going into tomorrow. Are we going to respect these, or are we going to continue to go higher? We don't need to go any lower right this second. We can still come back, reach in this range, but I am looking for us to kind of retrace an equilibrium and get some relief here. And then let's look at what ES is doing. ES is pretty much very similar. But ES is looking a little bit more bullish just because this huge move up after taking the buy side. So I'm still expecting the same thing. We created one that we already respected. So I would like for us to open up a little bit lower. If we open up around here, I could be kind of bearish going into tomorrow. But if we open back in all-time highs, I'm still going to be bullish. I'm going to be cautious. I'm probably not going to take anything tomorrow. But yeah, today was kind of just a consolidation day. Why? Because we had a huge run. We had a huge run in overnight. Or not overnight, but we had a huge run FOMC into overnight. So I was expecting more consolidative action. And it ended up actually being good action today. So I'm not mad that I ended up not taking any trades. But it's just something I need to work on. It's just being confident. And part of that stems from just seeing it happen over and over again. And what's definitely going to help me is if you guys look at my Discord, it's in the description. It's completely free. And it'll be in here. Every time we make a new important high, there's usually always a retracement. 15-minute and 1 minute, 5 seconds. Best for New York. We are in the first stage of a new market maker sell model. Yeah. This is actually gonna be exciting, y'all. If we do get retracement lower, notice all of these fair value gaps, or not all of these lows. Notice all these lows on ES. Like, there's no way we don't run these at some point. We're in a new buy model. Yeah, you are right. This does look nice. Are we bouncing off of imbalance? No, I don't think this would hold. I don't see this has any reason to hold. But anyways, I don't have anything else. Today was an okay day. Definitely struggles that I'm facing with are 4 hour market maker. You think that we're in buy side of the curve still? This looks to me like we could have sell side delivery. But it's just, maybe if we were bouncing off a higher time frame PD array, but since this is all-time highs, like, we don't have any need to go lower. If we end up running this, 100% we're heading to new lows. And we'll complete this probably. If we end up running that. But yeah, I'm going to look at consequent encroachment of this. Is probably what I'm expecting to hold. Or I would want this to hold if I'm bullish. We have a huge fair value gap. Let's also look and try to more accurately represent where we could bounce. Yeah, this 15-minute right here. Yeah. Okay, anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all I have today. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Definitely things I need to work on. Definitely a lot of things that I need to work on going into tomorrow. I'm going to be focusing on things and continue to get better, continue showing up, and like, don't just get discouraged by anything. Like, this is not an easy journey. There's a reason why not everyone's profitable. And the second you listen to other people telling you to give up, to quit, to stop, that's just when you're going to lose. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you all have a good rest of your day.